At this stage, I think it is time for me to own a tailor's hem. And if you're watching this channel and you're a beginner, I think you also need to make one for yourself. In case you're wondering and asking, what is a tailor's hem, aka breast ball, aka sewing hem, aka bust hem, aka insert any name you just want to use in calling this. Now, a tailor's hem is a tightly stuffed pillow used as a curve mold when pressing curved areas of your clothing. Now, curved areas like your darts, your sleeves, your cuffs, your collar, your waistline, you need to make one for yourself. Now, you guys, this is the one neatly done by Silem, and this is the bougie type. And we can actually create this bougie type, but just want to take a whole lot of time. So we're going to be making the easiest type to make, and which is this round ball thingy, and this is just going to be done with just few items that we're going to be finding out soon. And that is what this video is all about. Now, what do we need to create this particular easy tailor's hem? We need a fabric, we need scraps of fabric, we need an iron, and we need interfacing. Now, what type of interfacing will I be working with? It's going to be the one called stay. That's the woven type of the interfacing. Now, this woven type is the type that looks like a fabric, not the one that looks like wool pressed together. We're going to be using the type of interfacing that looks like a fabric, where you have one side rough, that's where the gum is, and you have the other side smooth. So you're going to be getting the fabric-like interfacing, and it looks like this. This is how it looks. This is how the one I'm using looks. So get you one of this, and we're going to be creating this particular tailor's hem together. Now, in case you are too busy or you're even too lazy to make one for yourself, you can get this online, or you can buy this in a fabric store. So yeah, let's go ahead and get one for yourself online. And also, you can do this in a fabric store. So if you're not interested in making one for yourself, just stick around and see how the magic will be done and see how the finished result of mine will be looking. And you guys, that is it. That's what we're going to be doing on this particular video. Please don't forget to subscribe and also give this video a thumbs up, and let's go into the video properly. Now, the fabric width I'll be using is 24 inches. That is how wide my fabric will be, and the length of my fabric is going to be 11 inches. Now, this is the fabric I'll be using, and this is chiffon. Not like the fabric really matters, because we're going to be wrapping our interfacing around the fabric. So, but I'm using chiffon. And right now, I'm just going to show you guys the width, which I said is 24. That's what I'm working with. So I'll just mark 24 here, and then I'll cut this out. I'll take out the excess, and the excess is going to be part of my scrap fabric. Yes, okay, that's what I'll be doing. I'll be using the extra as one of my scrap fabric. Yeah. Now, the length, like I said, is going to be 11 inches for me. I'm just going to go ahead and indicate 11 inches right here, and then I'll just take out the excess, which is going to be part of the scrap fabric. Okay, so nothing is going to be wasted. That is why you shouldn't even be wasting fabric when you're like sewing. When you're sewing and you have scrap fabric, keep them one place. Just make a bag, make a tote bag. In case you're wondering how to make a tote bag, I have a video for that. Make a tote bag, like a really big tote bag, and just be keeping your scrap fabric there, because you never know when you'll need it. Okay. So yeah, this is the length and the width I'll be working with. Now, the next step for me to do is to fold my width into two. Now, remember that my width for the fabric is 24. I'm just going to fold 24 into two, and that will give me 12 inches. So this is me folding it into two. And what I'll do next is I'll go sew the sides by ½ an inch. Welcome back. How was the sewing? For me, I am done. I'm just going to go ahead and flip this to the right side, and now you can see how it looks. It just looks like a rectangular bag, as if we're making a proper bag. That's how it looks. Now, once we're done and we have this rectangular bag looking like this, we're just going to bring in our scrap fabric. So just go ahead and bring in all your scrap fabric, not like you're going to be using all. just bring in like enough that's just going to fill this bag. I'm just going to go ahead and fill my rectangular bag with the scrap fabric. And most of this fabric I got from failed tutorials of corsets. Now I tried to make a corset the perfect way, and when I fail, I just keep the fabric aside in case I need to go back and see what I did wrong. But today I decided to use all of them as my scrap fabric for my tailor's hem. So please go ahead and just get your scrap fabric and fill that into the bag we just created. And please, when you're filling this in, make sure you don't fill this to the teeth. Make sure you leave like a little bit of fabric, because we're going to be moving into the next stage and we don't need to fill this to the teeth. We don't need it to be properly filled up. Okay, now the next step is for us to wrap the fabric that we have here. We're going to be using our interfacing to wrap this round. And for the first wrapping that I'll be doing, I'll be using half yard of my interfacing. Like I said, I used 1 yard, but for the first set of wrapping, or for the first wrapping, I'm just going to be using half yard. And please make sure you know where your rough side, that's where the gum is, know where the rough side of the interfacing is. That is what you're going to be placing directly on the fabric. And make sure that your iron is at a reasonable heat, because we need it to be really hot but not too hot. And now what I'm just going to do is I'm going to use my interfacing to wrap around this fabric. Okay, at this stage, I don't think you need to rush anything. I think you need to just take your time and properly do this. Okay, just take your time, and while you're wrapping your interfacing around the fabric, make sure you drag this. Okay, we need this to be firm and we need it to be strong. Okay, so make sure you actually drag this and make it really firm. See the way I am dragging mine. I'm just making sure I drag, and while dragging I am ironing so that the interfacing stays on the fabric. Okay, so it's thick. That is why it is an interfacing. It's just going to stick to the fabric. It has a gum side. Go into cutting my interfacing into pieces just to lay them on top of each other so I get like a clean finish. Okay, so I'm just going to be doing this, still working with the half yard of interfacing. I've not gone into the next stage. Okay, when I get into the next stage, you're going to know. Okay, so I'm just going to keep doing this. I'm just going to cut my interfacing. I'm just going to be cutting them into pieces and then wrapping them around the ball. And you can see that it's coming along really well. It's just coming together properly, just as it is supposed to come together. Okay, so this is what I have. I'm just going to go ahead and exhaust this interfacing, and then the next step is for us to make it stronger and firm by using our thread. Now I'm using a white thread because the interfacing I'm using is white. So I'm just going to use my thread. I'll double it though. I'm going to use this to tie around my ball, my tailor's hem. I'm just going to use the thread to tie the tailor's hem round, because I need this to be really firm and strong. And to do this, I'm just going to use the thread to do this. So this is one trick I learned from watching the Silem, how she made her tailor's hem, and she did this and her tailor's hem came out really firm. And looking at it, I feel like it's firm and it is done beautifully well, and that's what I'm trying to achieve here. I'm using my thread. I'm just wrapping around until I make sure. I'm just going to keep doing this until I confirm that it is strong and firm enough. Then I go in with the rest half yard of interfacing. So I am satisfied right now, and the last step and the last stage for this video is for us to use the another half yard of interfacing to finish this up. So this is the last half yard I have. I'm just going to wrap this round, and because I want this to look really nicely done, I'm just going to cut my interfacing into pieces, and then I'm just going to use that to wrap around my tailor's hem. Okay, very simple. You guys, please let me know in the comment section if this was very easy for you to follow. Let me know what you think, and please do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. Okay, go ahead and like the video, and if you're new here, please go ahead and subscribe, and I will advise you to check out other videos I have. I think you're going to like it, especially if you're a beginner. You're going to really enjoy sewing on this channel. Okay, please go ahead and check them out. So I'm just going to take my time. I iron down every bit and piece of my interfacing. I'll just keep doing that, and I'll just keep following the shape I want my tailor's hem to look like. and we are done. So great job, creatives. Let's go ahead and see how the finished result looks like. So this is how mine is looking like. This is the shape I want it to look like, and I love the outcome. Please let me know in the comment section how yours turns out, and don't forget to like this video. Thank you guys for watching. I'll be seeing you guys on the next phase. Thank you for watching. I really love you guys so much. Love and light to you wherever you are. Bye for now.
About others way before myself, yeah. I guess that's why I feel like I go through hell, damn.